Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome to Mike Robinson Presents. We've got interview 4 for you right now. Gotta mention before you watch it, we did have a few technical issues, mostly with the sound. You can hear it, and it is a good interview, so please feel free to watch it. If you've got any suggestions, let us know on the channel overall. As you know, we're improving the channel, and we are open to any suggestions, even on the background. We're going to be doing something on the background very soon. I've got a few ideas there. As the channel grows, I will change things around a little bit, and we will continue to improve. But in the meantime, thank you for your support so far. I have had lots of messages and lots of people getting in touch saying how much they like it. We are going to get better. I promise you we're going to get better. And hopefully you'll enjoy this interview too. So I'll speak to you soon, guys. Take it easy. Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome to Raw Chats, brought to you by Mike Robinson Presents. All about real people in the real world and real lives. We've got Pete Terry here, a.k.a. Peter Polyester, age 42, and he's an entrepreneur. How are you, Pete? You all right?
I'm very well.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Nice for you to come down.
Yeah.
We're going to start off as usual, quick fire questions, get us warmed up into it. Then after that, we'll go straight into the main question.
I was starting on the quick fire.
Oh yeah, starting the quick fire. Yeah, warms you into it.
You didn't say that.
Oh, it's all cool. Hey, it's going to make it hard for you now, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Go on.
As ready as you'll ever be. Films or books?
Films.
Horror or comedy?
Comedy.
People or pets? Hey, stop reading the questions. Look at this. This guy's cheating. You see this? You can tell he's a
They've been
DJ.
sat there for 60 minutes.
Yeah, you've all just been looking at them. Okay, people or pets?
Pets.
Pets. Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Oh, good man. One on our side. I like that. Night in or night out?
Nice house.
Night out. Yeah.
Always.
Well, you do that for a living, really, don't
Can't
you?
be a great night out, can you?
Yeah, you could. It's true.
You wouldn't know. You've not been on one for ages.
No, I know. But I'm getting old now. That's the problem, isn't it? Red or white wine?
White.
Cats or dogs? I know what you're going to say here. Yeah, good man. Beers or ciders?
Beers.
Conservative or Labour?
That's a bit of a it's a bit of a black and white question, that is.
Well, you can say neither, I suppose, if you really wanted. I mean, are you Conservative or Labour?
I'd veer more towards Conservative,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean I agree with everything they do.
Well, that's true. I'll probably be on that. As well. I'll be with you on that one, yeah, definitely. Okay, winter or summer?
Summer.
Indian or Chinese?
Chinese.
Oh, that's a
For
first.
sure.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm an Indian fan myself these days, but tea or coffee?
Coffee.
No, it'd be coffee. Sex or chocolate?
Sex.
No question. You could have sex and chocolate. You could have sex and chocolate. Favourite car?
Favourite car?
Yeah.
So, you mean favourite aspirational car or favourite practical car?
It gives both. Why not both? Yeah.
It's interesting. I really like cars for different reasons, you see.
Yeah.
So I think you could pick them. I mean, there's a new Audi.
Well, they're tool, aren't they? So.
There's a new Audi RS come out. It's electric.
Oh,
it looks
wow.
amazing.
Yeah. I'm into that.
However, there's classic Bentleys, classic Rolls Royces, classic Ferraris, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You'd love to drive them all, wouldn't you?
Oh, God, yeah.
And you'd have them all for different reasons.
Be like a presenter on Top Gear. That'd be my dream job.
That'd just be like getting paid to do stuff for fun, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Not new Top Gear. I mean, you'd probably be better than Chris Evans because he's ginger and
a bit better looking at it. Yeah. So what do you reckon then? Favourite car? Top car first. The favourite car of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah, of all time. Doesn't matter if it's a classic or latest.
Oh, I do like my Audis, so I'll say an RS8 at the moment.
Yeah, they are nice, so they are.
But that is off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So if you said, what car do you want to drive right now?
Well, my Vauxhall Vectra outside will do.
I definitely don't want to drive that.
No, I can't blame you, to be fair. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Holidays, home or away?
Away.
Okay, good man, yeah. Looks or brains? Tricky question.
Bit of both.
Bit of both, yeah. I'd be with you on that one. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Okay, good man. Birthdays or Christmas?
Birthdays.
Atheist or believer? I think I know this answer.
Agnostic.
Oh, I hate that. Well, that's good. No, it's good.
I just had to sit on the fence because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get up to the pearly gates and say, you're an atheist, get out.
Well, I suppose it's a safer bet.
So if you say agnostic, whatever you think.
Yeah, no, I like that.
It's just the get out clause, isn't it?
You could be changing my view on that now. That could be changing my view. All-time favourite song, and you must have one.
All-time favourite song. You see, there is so many, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it.
You got the NDC, you got the alternative side. Green Day, Basket Case is one of my sorts of favourites. If I'm really angry, I like driving to Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
But then of course you got so much great dance music from the 90s through to now.
But we were saying this in other ones, the genre of music. they kind of cross over so much, don't they? So it's harder to find.
Yeah, and then there's absolute, from the 90s, Antron Set You Free through
Set
to
You Free.
Brilliant tune, Arm in the Air tune, that is.
Yeah.
And then you go, some great disco music as well from the 70s, some great 80s music.
Yeah.
Huey Lewis in the News and things like that.
A bit too varied.
I went to see Phil Collins live last year. He can still sing, but he's basically wrecked.
It looks like a bit
do any
like
dancing
me
around the stage anymore or any I think I've always worked in entertainment, I suppose.
Yeah.
So therefore you do get exposed to a lot of music. There's different music for different moods, isn't
What about a particular artist then?
Any particular artist? Again, for example, everyone's just watched Bohemian Rhapsody and obviously the Queen Freddie Mercury thing. Great movie, not entirely factually accurate, but still. Why let that get in the way of a good story? But obviously then you sort of go home and fire up your Queen CDs, don't you? Because, of course, there were some amazing tunes.
Bit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
No, people who listen to it now, there's some things on YouTube actually, and the people who listen to them kind of songs now, they go wild for them. First time they've heard them. It's like wild for it, because they
Mamma Mia's reintroduced ABBA to a new generation as well. And obviously the comebacks from the Spice Girls. In fact, again, if you look at what's going on down at Trentham Gardens and what have you, they have all these 80s bands resurrected, to Pow and Bananarama and...
I can imagine you liking all of them. So there's no particular one for you?
No, I'm afraid not. No.
All-time favourite film?
I don't play by your rules.
No, it's fine by me. It's fine by me. We just got to get to know you.
All-time favourite film?
Yeah. Oh, it's another tricky one.
It is a tricky one, actually, because, you watch a lot of films and don't particularly think, so one day someone's going to ask me if this is my all-time favourite film.
Yeah. For me, it'd be a lot classier, but nothing modern at the moment. That would stand out for me. Is there any genre movies you like?
Well, I went off the Star Wars franchise for a bit when they did the stuff they did about 10 years ago. But the latest ones that I've seen, I've actually been quite impressed by.
Right.
I mean, obviously, The Force Awakens was a remake of Star Wars.
Do you prefer the newer ones?
I thought The Force Awakens was quite good because it had some of the old casting and the story was. I mean, if you're like the Emperor or whatever his name was, the Empire, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Empire.
The Empire. If you were the Empire, why would you build a death planet with the same vulnerabilities as the Death Star?
No, it just seemed like.
Would you not just sit there and think, we went wrong with that last time?
We better.
Don't ever think of doing it again, though.
It was exactly the same story.
It was the same storyline, but I actually thought that you're meant to be going to it. If you're going to it with the sort of classic Star Wars, this is ruining the memory thing. Then fair enough. But I thought actually. I quite like that, and the one that came afterwards, the one that was in last year, was it really this year? Actually, I can't remember.
Yeah. I think there was one earlier.
I think the more recent stuff, because you think Disney are going to ruin it, but actually has been better than what came out 10 years ago with the Jar Jar Binks and things like that.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, so, would you go more on the Star Wars route as your favourite?
Again, don't know.
It's just too many. There's too many to choose from. I know what you're saying.
You could choose that, and then you'd have Ghostbusters, and then what about Back to the Future? It'd be
Back
something.
to the Future. Oh, wow,
Back to the Future classic.
Legend, Well, for me, it'd be westerns. It'd be spaghetti westerns, Clint Eastwood.
Wow, that far back.
Well, I am. I'm getting on a bit now. I'm getting on a bit. I'm quite a bit older than you, surprisingly. Shocking.
You can tell.
Shocking. Last question on the quickfire. Usually late or early?
What? To just things?
Any appointment. Usually, I like to be early.
Generally, bang on time.
Well, to be honest, you were today.
I didn't think I was going to be because I was in bed when you texted me saying,
"See you
at 4:00."
No, brilliant. And you still made it, so you made it.
Yeah.
Right, now we're ready for the main questions. You can answer them however you want.
However I want.
However you want. It doesn't matter. Whatever you feel. So, are you ready for these?
Yeah. I'm not looking.
Okay. No, looking. He's not looking. He's not going to cheat.
Not talking in the microphone if I do that.
No.
Okay, go on.
What do you think is your greatest achievement so far?
Again, there's a lot of things you could shake a stick at with that sort of stuff.
Well, to be honest, I think you're quite a big achiever, really. You don't mind taking risks.
One of the things that you like to do is actually bringing people on who you employ, people who started as maybe glass collectors now, running their own business in their own right.
Yeah.
People who've worked for me and gone on and done their own thing, which you've seen, which is always good to see.
Yeah.
because no one's got a monopoly on making money, have they?
No.
But I think that the most, it's sort of like any kind of working with people is seeing other people reach their full potential.
Oh, that's really
Whether
good.
it be your kids or it be people who work for you or whatever it may be.
You're almost answering some of the other questions already.
Oh, okay.
No, it's pretty good. It's
Can
good.
I go?
Am I done now? No. If you could go back in time, what age would you go back to, and what would you tell yourself?
You see,
he hasn't read these questions. I've got to
you see, it's an interesting question as well, because you'd say, well, you go back to school and say, try a bit harder, you'll be rich.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll work harder. Listen.
Yeah. Don't smoke that cigarette. Don't drink your dad's whiskey.
Don't spend all that money.
Don't get really drunk at regimes when you're 16 and end up in hospital. That kind of thing.
It's very true.
And then you go back to being 18 and say, she's going to break your heart.
Oh,
and things like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh no, that's true. That's very true.
You really shouldn't buy that car, or you really shouldn't.
There's so many points you go back to.
I think that that's the kind of question where there's a number of things. That was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
But
is there anything that stands out for you in particular where you think, I wish I hadn't done that, maybe, or
wish I'd never had KFC.
Now you're addicted. That's it.
Yes, and that's just done me no favours at all. I don't know.
I'm with you on that.
I think those kind of questions, you could say, I wish I'd never tried drugs, but everyone tries drugs. It's part of life. It's part of growing up.
Yeah.
And I think, mate, you learn a lot more from things that go wrong in life than you do from things that go right.
This is a similar sentiment to a couple of the others. They said the same thing, like as if they don't actually have regret because it's made them the person they are.
Yeah, I don't think you should have regrets, because if you could keep, like you can with this recording, and keep rewinding it back and starting again until it's perfect, there wouldn't really be anything much challenging in it, would there?
No, true. That's very true, yeah, because I'll probably grow from this one as well. So, yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, that seems to be a bit of a thing a lot of people are saying. So, what would you say has been your lowest point in your life so far?
Oh, wow.
Your lowest point. There's a couple of questions similar to this, to be fair.
Is there?
Different, yeah. So
delving into deep
how we go.
I had my dog Jazz was like 16 years old when she died.
I remember.
And it's one of those things that, because you sort of always go home and your dog's always around, be it, girlfriends come and go, and houses come and go, and cars come and go, but your dog's always there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it happened over Christmas as well, which was great, because everyone's having a really great, groovy time.
Yeah.
And you put your dog down on Christmas Eve. So,
No, there's nothing worse when you lose a pet like that.
So that was a really sort of low point. I decided to, I went to Poland for a few days, actually.
Good. Yeah.
Just got Christmas out of the way with and ran away.
Wow.
But
yeah, it's one of the worst things. I mean, I've had dogs myself, and there's nothing worse than losing a dog. There's nothing worse than it. But there you go. So that's the worst point of your lowest point so far. Right. Okay. So what do you give yourself out of 10? A little bit lighter. What do you give yourself out of 10?
What, generally?
Generally, yeah. What you can say.
What for? Define.
It could be anything. Well, looks, body, physique, whatever.
1 out of 10.
Get out of town. You can't say 1 out of 10. You're much more than 1 out of 10.
You gave me an option. You said it was my opinion. So there you go.
1 out of 10. Wow.
No, I mean, you said you. 7. 7's average,
7,
isn't it?
7. I would say more than that, but 7's good. 7's good.
Oh, that's very flattering of you. Thank you, Mike.
No problem. Beer all afternoon now. Yeah. When is the last time you cried?
Oh my life! Probably when my dog died. Actually,
is that?
Yeah.
You think it's when your dog died? Yeah. It is. It's heartbreaking. Don't bring back memories. I'll start crying in a minute. I'll tell you, bring back memories. Okay. What would you say is the highest point in your life so far?
Wow. So many.
You got. Well, that's good.
I mean, highest point in a literal sense would be when I went to New York.
Yeah.
Because I went to the highest place I've ever been, and I'm scared of heights.
Right.
So, because going to a city full of skyscrapers where you've got sky bars and things like that really isn't a very good idea.
Oh.
I don't know. I think that as I say, there's lots of little things that make you think that was great.
Yeah.
But then there's always lots of things that go wrong afterwards. Aren't there? So
very true. Yeah. Normally the high points for people are less than the low points, aren't it? So if you have got more percentage of high points, then that's a good thing. Well, that's a good start. Right?
I've never really thought it through, to be honest.
Oh, maybe you will.
Wake up! I didn't come prepared. You didn't send me the question.
Sure done, yeah. Okay, when was your first kiss, and can you say who?
It was a girl called Paula. It was in. Hi, if you're listening. It was in.
Hi, Paula.
A playground on Pacific Road in Trenton when I was about 12.
12.
I think it was a proper kiss, actually. To be fair,
you guys all started way before.
It wasn't a proper kiss, though. It was one of those. run off something.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you remembered it. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, I've got a memory razor sharp. My memory.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that.
I'm only on my third case now, so.
Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Well, we'd all like to be retired, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I mean next week for me because.
See, the idea is make a boatload of money, sell everything, and retire. Right. Well, of course, we all know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I'd probably get a bit bored.
Yeah.
And
there's always projects you can do, I guess.
Yeah, there is. Yes. I don't know. I think as long as you've got some kind of flexibility to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you're not sort of waking up thinking I've got to go to work in this job that I hate and there's no option. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're happy enough where you are?
Oh yeah. I think when you, as you all know, when you run your own organisation, business, and what have you, you've only got yourself to blame, really.
No, that's true.
But also that means that you can you do genuinely make your own decisions. Now, of course, the law gets in the way.
Yeah,
pain in the neck,
yeah. How dare there be a legal side?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not like you're ever truly able to do everything you want because you can't go punch people in the face in the middle of Hanley.
That's very true. Disciplinaries are different these days.
You really can't sack people like Alan Sugar does.
No,
much as you might like to.
Yeah, much you'd love to. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I agree there. But
it's very liberating. At least you have some degree of flexibility.
So you're kind of happy where you're at. If you were still here doing this, perhaps growing a little bit more, 5 to 10 years, you'd be happy.
Yes, I'd probably outgrow the industry main industry that I work in is the sort of late night entertainment bar industry.
Yeah.
I'll probably have outgrown that in 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
I think that people get older and, that kind of thing's very young, isn't it?
Change of plan, isn't it, then, yeah? Yeah, no, that's good. So what is the best holiday you've ever had and why?
I really enjoyed New York, actually. I thought New York was amazing.
You might mention that, yeah.
I think the thing
when did you went to New York?
Oh, it must have been 4 years ago now.
4 years, so not long.
Around about this time as well. And the thing about New York is that it's, as a city, it is the city that never sleeps. Yeah. It is buzzing. You go into Times Square and it's just the scale. Everything's big. The burgers are big.
Yes.
The donuts are big.
Oh, yes.
You're
selling it to me. I'm going. I've not been yet, so
there's the most diverse food offering I think I've ever seen anywhere.
Yeah.
There's an area called Hell's Kitchen where you can literally eat anything. Anything you want. I just thought as a city, it's just got everything going for it. Ram-packed in a very small area, relatively small area. Although I did get blisters.
Apartment out there, I reckon. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, fully could have.
I haven't got as far as an apartment in Manchester yet, but
no, that's true. Yeah,
which is an aspiration of mine.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your biggest passion right now?
Biggest passion right now? See, these are all these sort of lifestyle questions.
Well, yeah. I mean,
the when you've had 3 hours sleep, you kind of like. I never really thought of that.
Yeah, but you're doing really well so far.
Biggest passion right now. I think at the moment, it's at the moment the one thing that's sort of interesting me and driving me a lot is we've just taken over 2 businesses and it's putting them right and making them better. Been
kind of business, I suppose.
Yeah, to an extent.
Watching it develop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm kind of with you on that one as well. I do like that. I like to see things get success and move forward.
Yeah. Well, the kind of thing that we do. Sometimes you take on a building that's knackered and make it into a functional building again.
Yeah.
In this instance, we've taken over a company that was a little neglected, and we've made it put some life into it again.
Oh, that's good. It's good. We seem to enjoy it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Not getting bored of it yet, so that's good. What would you say is your best skill and why?
I think I'm a great diplomat.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that yet, but we'll see. Daily topics. When we do the daily topics.
Daily topics.
We'll soon find out then.
Yeah, how big's your hard drive?
We could go on for all night. Never mind a day. Have you ever met anybody famous, and did you talk to them?
Cheggers.
Oh my God,
he was about this big. He's dead now.
Oh no, I can't believe it. Gutted.
Yeah,
we should have put a picture of him behind
of Cheggers. Well,
it'd
be this tall, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
but he was an alcoholic. I met him in a bar in London.
Alcoholic and met him in a bar.
Fancy. Who'd have
Was
thought?
it a good night out? Did you? You spoke to him, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, hey." But it's the one I always remember for some strange reason.
Yeah, you probably met a few, haven't you?
Yeah, of course.
In your industry,
you sort of meet these people and you have them on as PAs and that. Yeah. These days, it's like, here's such and such from Love. I have no idea who he is.
No, a lot of PAs from a lot
because
of reality
there's so many reality shows that it's just. Again, when we were saying earlier, when there was 4 channels on the telly, people were superstars in the days. Phil Mitchell's still quite big. He's one of the biggest nightclub PAs out there.
Wow, really?
So he likes getting drunk, doesn't he?
Wait a minute. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Getting Phil Mitchell.
Yeah, bloody hell. Okay. So there's probably a lot more on your list then. We'll have to,
yeah, probably. But the one I remember is Cheggers.
Cheggers, favourite one. Definitely favourite one. What are you most proud of? Currently, I guess, because I guess that's
another one of those angled questions, isn't it?
Oh, you love these. You love these.
No, I don't, because the
love these.
They always require. What am I most proud of?
Yeah, you've got to look at yourself. That's the thing, isn't it? You've got to look at yourself and think, what am I most proud of?
What am I most proud of?
Yeah.
My team.
Your team. That's really. They need to watch this then. They need to watch this.
It's good, isn't it?
Point. That's definitely right.
Get me out of a pay rise.
I like that. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? He's sneaking a look at the question.
Craziest.
Look at that.
Yeah. The craziest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Well, I went to Bradwell.
You must have done some crazy things.
I went to Bradwell Crematorium and picked some what I thought were magic mushrooms and did them. That was pretty crazy. It depends again.
Could have poisoned you.
Could have. Yes, I remember throwing up in a nightclub toilet for that.
Oh my god.
It depends on what context you mean. Crazy, dangerous, crazy, really stupid, crazy.
Whatever you think. Whichever one you can pick out. That's fairly legal, I suppose.
Yes, that could get you in trouble, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy. Definition of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite cautious. I don't like heights, so therefore, it would be really crazy for me to go to any height and jump off it, but I'm not going to do that.
You're not doing any skinny dipping or anything like that?
No, never.
See, that could be on your bucket list.
It could be, yeah. What did other people say to that question?
Yeah, well, you have to have a look back through the videos, you'll see them all,
I haven't got that much time.
I'll send you the little snippets just to that question. How's that?
Yeah, so I think I'd probably put picking some mushrooms without interesting markings on, deciding it's
that's
a good idea to take them was pretty crazy.
That is good. To be fair,
it's the first thing that sprung into my mind.
It could have killed you. It could have killed you.
Yes, it could.
Right, if you could only keep 3 possessions, the question does say 5, but I think it should be 3. So if you could only keep 3 possessions, what would they be?
It can only keep 3 possessions.
3 possessions, just 3.
Right. Okay. So we're talking like, obviously, I'd want a bed, wouldn't I? Spend a third of your life in it.
Yes, very true. Yeah.
So if I didn't
do so much more if I didn't have to sleep.
If I didn't keep it, then I'd have nowhere to sleep, would I?
Yeah, that's true.
So you say that, and of course,
better for your back on the floor.
Because the get out question, the get out answer to that would be your wallet. Because then you could buy whatever you wanted.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, depends what you've got in your wallet, I guess. That's what people.
So therefore, you would have, you would have your money.
A huge credit card. That'll do. Yeah.
Well, a huge credit card would be fun. Have you got one?
Yeah, you'll survive on that. I've got one. Yeah, but it's in half.
You'll survive Brexit with that. Brilliant.
I'll survive Brexit. That is definitely real topic.
And I suppose. It depends if you've been practical or aspirational, really, doesn't it? If you've been practical, you'd say car, bed,
car, bed,
phone, and wallet.
Oh, there you go. You can have one more if you want to do the 5. One more.
If you've been aspirational, you'd be like, I don't know, dog, music, music in whatever way you could listen to and appreciate it. Bike, because
I think you're not leaving anything, are you? You're just taking the lot.
Yeah, so I'm going to take my wallet and just buy it all back. Yeah,
there you go. I like it. What teacher or any person in your life has had the most impact on you and why?
Oh, it's another one. I never thought this was going to happen.
We didn't prep. That's the best way.
You know what? There was. I had a lecturer in marketing when I was at uni over at Staffordshire down there.
Yeah.
And I can't remember his name. But one thing he did say always stuck with me was that. Thing is, pizza's just cheese on toast for 12 quid.
Yeah.
And it's something that's always, you can dress anything up or dress anything down as much as you like.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's pretty basic. It's how you sell it.
Yeah, it's true. I like that. It's pity you didn't remember his name.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? If
next time you're in, get his name next time you're in. Yeah, definitely. I might even put it on here if you remember by the end of it. If you won the lottery, what would you do?
If I won the lottery, what would I do? Well, the obvious answer, isn't it? Everybody wants to travel the world. You buy yourself a great car.
Yeah.
Probably learn to fly a helicopter.
Yeah. Helicopter for me. Been too many accidents in that.
You'd go and learn to fly. You go in Richard Branson's rocket to the moon he's making and what have you.
Yeah, definitely.
You go and do things because at the end of the day, life's very short, isn't it? And you want to have as many experiences as possible.
Yeah, and that would help you to do.
I'd like to go to Australia just to see it.
Yeah, okay.
Don't like flying, but Diazepam's great.
Yeah, something to get you through the flight. Okay.
I'd like to do Route 66.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've never been into the American idea, but like Route 66 sounds like
get a big muscle car and drive. You have to drive about 400 miles a day to do it in 2 weeks. I've looked into it. It's just getting round to it.
I'll follow you on a try. It's all right. I'll follow you on a try. It's fine.
Follow me in your Vauxhall Vectra.
Vauxhall Vectra. Probably make it.
Doubt it.
Have you ever been arrested? And can you say what for?
I haven't been arrested.
You've never been arrested?
Although I was in. They used to do this thing in the Sentinel called Crime Stoppers, where they'd show CCTV of people doing things that they probably shouldn't have done.
Right.
And it wasn't my fault. But I was
okay.
Do you remember when Shaffers was in Hanley?
Yeah. God, I do. Yeah.
I went for curry there.
I thought I was going to be there forever.
For some reason, me and my mate just walked out without paying.
Oh wow.
I thought we got away with it until we were on Crime Stoppers.
Yeah.
Does anyone know these cheeky diners who walked out? But never got done for it. How on earth no one grasped me up for that? I don't know.
Wow, really? Jeez, you must have a lot of influence.
I think it's probably a spent thing now. But,
yeah. Well, let's hope so. Yeah. Was it by accident or you just did it?
I think we were just really drunk and thought we paid. My friend still got the newspaper clipping.
Oh wow. Wow, we should have brought that in. Could have put that on the board.
Could we see if I'd been prepared, you see?
Well, that's true. Okay, a nice one for you now. What feels like love to you?
What's the rating on this? What feels like love to you?
What feels like love to you?
It's, I don't know, total emotional trust.
Total emotional trust, similar to you.
You see, there's a difference between functional and love, isn't there?
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah. That's true. You can mention that. That's fine. Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
You can say fucking though.
Oh yeah. Well, you can sweat a little bit. Yeah. It's not a problem. It is 18 on here, so yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What currently makes you most sad?
What makes me most sad?
Yeah, currently. Is anything
people who voted for Brexit?
Oh, you must be really sad with me then.
I think that's a really general question, isn't it? I think that. Yeah. Generally in the world today, there's some things that are very concerning. Knife crime.
Yeah.
Why?
Is there anything more personal? Maybe somebody closer to somebody or something that's more close to you that maybe.
Unfortunately, I've still got both my parents around and what have you, with no huge health issues or anything like that. Yeah. So, personally, I'm not at the moment, but these things tend to get turned on their head, don't they?
Yeah, well, hopefully not. It
happens to everybody, doesn't it?
What do you think is your strongest personal quality?
My strongest personal quality?
Strongest personal quality. What do you think it is?
Practicality, loyalty.
Yeah.
Two strong qualities.
No, they are very good. I think they're important, actually. So, yeah, that's good. Good. Okay. What has been your most embarrassing moment in life so far? Because it could, like you say, it could change next week.
Definitely could be more embarrassing next week. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Most embarrassing moments in life, Steve?
You like this question. I love it when you shake your head. That means you like this question.
No, it means I don't know what to say.
It's fine. Think back. Would it be kind of in your adult life, or do you think when you was a kid, maybe? I couldn't separate the two because I got a few.
What did you come up with? What was your most?
Oh well, I haven't been asked.
What was your most embarrassing?
I'm
asking you now.
No, you're gonna wait until it comes.
I'm asking you now because I'm padding for time to think of an answer.
I said if I get to about 100 videos and people ask me to be interviewed, then I'll let whoever they vote in to interview me. So you might get a chance. Hang
on a second, right? I asked you questions. You've just fluffed your way around it. Who are you, Theresa May?
It's going to be a politician. It's going to be a politician.
Most embarrassing.
Well, do you know what? I've got several. So.
I mean, usually it'd be when you're caught in the nude or caught having sex or something like that, wouldn't it?
See, the thing is, when I used to go out drinking and be caught in the nude quite often, it was just a norm.
It just doesn't become that embarrassing, does it?
Not a lot to see for me either, so it's okay.
I can't think of anything specifically, but I'm sure that I'm going to walk out of it and then start texting you.
Yeah, text.
We're going to have to come back next week and do this again. Now I know the questions.
That's no problem. No. Name a skill you'd like to learn and why.
needlework.
Really? I know. You know, I can sew.
Name a skill. I'd like to play the guitar.
You like to play guitar, yeah?
I've just seen Amy.
I like that. No, I like that. I think
I think the guitarists are very talented. I mean, drumming's also very talented as well, isn't it? But I don't think I could do that because for some reason I tried it once, but it's keeping everything at the right
the rhythm and all that.
Yeah.
I think it gets harder as you get older as well.
But yeah, I think playing the guitar, I think something that's like a means of expressing yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I think that's right. I can see that, definitely. If you could go back to any event to witness it firsthand.
Did you write these questions?
Yes. What would it be and why?
Any event to witness it firsthand? What, anything in history?
Anything.
Do you not think these are a little open-ended? You know?
Well, that's the idea.
Adam and Eve.
Adam
or was it Adam and Steve?
When you agnostic. This could
all right. Well, the world was created by the Big Bang, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So at what point between the Big Bang did we get to an evolutionary state where there was life on Earth? And then what happened?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to know?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being sat right here without anything? Yeah. Obviously, no electricity, no congestion, just like rocks and dinosaurs and
whatever
weeds and things.
Yeah. No, it'd be an interesting.
Curious about how that happened, and of course, how it might end.
Yeah.
Well, everyone says the sun's going to swallow into in a big Red Bull, and then we'll just all explode, and that'll be it.
Yeah. Maybe we should have another question saying if we could forward in time. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's good. What would you say makes you the most happiest?
Depends how drunk I
am. Anything makes you happy when you do.
Friends and people.
Friends and people, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, that's really nice.
The world's nothing without people, is it?
No, it's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I like that. How would you say your friends would describe you?
Fat.
They would. I don't think you're fat. You look like you've lost weight since the last time.
Yeah, stress. That's what it is.
Stress. Yeah. Can happen when you're an entrepreneur.
You like to think that I don't know. You should have gone and asked them.
Yeah.
Loyal, generous, strong-minded.
Definitely.
Opinionated. Sarcastic.
All of the good stuff.
Yeah,
I like that. No, but I think
it's difficult, isn't it? What is it your friends say about you?
Let me tell you. I said we could swear. I don't know. No, but I think all them things are really good. I think they're true. Because I've known you for quite a while, so I think I think they're all true. I definitely would agree with that. What have you only recently, because I know you're big on your opinions, what have you only recently formed an opinion of?
Only recently formed an opinion of?
Yeah. The way things are going, I've formed opinions on so many things. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, Brexit's old news, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it can't be that, and everyone's talking about Brexit.
Yeah.
Have I recently changed or formed an opinion on?
Yep.
Donald Trump's hair.
Donald Trump's hair. Yeah. What? Like, is it?
I mean, why did they vote for him? It's just America all over, isn't it?
I cannot fathom it.
It's like American Idol, isn't it? You know, who's going to be our next president? Text this number.
Yeah. Definitely.
But
it's such a it's the other side of the coin of the previous president.
It's just mad, isn't it?
It's completely across the board.
Because generally you think a president to be statesmanlike and diplomatic, and he's none of those things.
Intelligent.
He slags Kim Jong Un off on Twitter.
But do you know what? He could make a success of it yet. He could make there is rumours that he is doing a good job in some avenues.
Well,
who knows?
Apparently he's doing very well for job creation, because he's basically walked in there and said, well, you can import your stuff, but we're going to put a massive tariff on it. Tough.
Yeah.
And then you look at the whole thing with North Korea is just bizarre, because he starts tweeting him saying, slanty-eyed missile man and things like that. And the next thing you know, he's meeting him and pulling off this great deal where he's going to get rid of his missiles. Did you notice got brushed under the carpet that he's not going to get rid of his missiles?
But
no one really.
You don't know what's misinformation and not, do you? We just don't know.
No, you don't know if it's all staged, because you've got to think that if I was a dictator and someone called me some of the things he's called me on Twitter, I'd just have nothing to do with him. Really,
no, that is true.
I'd just bomb his ass.
Okay, so that's good. All right. There's so much to form an opinion, so I can see that. What game or movie universe would you like to live in forever, if you could?
Game or movie universe?
Somebody said The Matrix. But,
Well, so I'm trying to think of. I haven't played anything that's particularly. I mean, I got into Second Life back in the day, but everybody gave up on that about 10 years ago, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Movie. Matrix is the stock answer, isn't it? You need something more exciting than that.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's what you like. I mean, some people might even like to go to horror films. I mentioned that before. If somebody wanted to go in Nightmare on Elm Street or something like that, or would it be something nice for you? Would it be something romantic? Or...
No, that wouldn't be very challenging. No? It'd be something challenging and horrible. Like the environment in Resident Evil or something like that.
Or Baywatch.
No, that would just be horrible.
No, that would be horrible. Yeah, true. Too much sun and beach. No good.
Yes.
Too much sun and beach. So you think? What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know? Not sure. Okay, no, that's fine.
I know you're asking me all these interview questions, aren't you?
Yeah, it's all good.
I don't want your job.
Well, what's the most heartwarming thing you have ever seen?
The most heartwarming thing I've ever seen.
Because you're quite a sensitive chap, aren't you? So.
Oh, wow. The most heartwarming thing. I'm lost for that one.
Lost for that one? Yeah.
Sorry.
Come back to it if you like.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah.
We're only 3 questions.
You really should have given revision notes. You really should have.
That's right. Yeah. Biggest success so far. You have had some success.
Biggest success so far. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, there's no one iconic success moment. Yeah. I mean, as you'll know, in the kind of thing that we do, you sort of some things work, some things don't.
Yeah.
And I think still being here is a good success.
Yeah.
Still actually being around.
Still actually being alive.
Still being alive. Still open for business. Still doing stuff.
That's good. It's good. It's like that. So
and the one's going to be biggest failure the next one.
Yeah, definitely. What is the biggest failure so far? It kind of leads to the last question in a way.
Biggest failure so far. Yeah. There's so many. You can look at end of relationships. You can look at places that didn't work out. You can look at
I suppose some business decisions.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been to plenty of venues, including both of them in Hanley.
Yeah.
Which you would never have said that would have happened probably 5-10 years ago. But
things change very quickly, don't they? I guess.
Yeah, they do, and. I think failure-wise, I'm not going to get into it on a public forum necessarily.
Yeah.
What we try and, obviously in the organisation that I'm involved in, we've now got 150 odd people working for us. So it's really when you have, you find someone out to be dishonest or, thievy or something like that.
Yeah.
That strikes you as more of a sort of hammer blow because you put your trust in somebody.
Yeah. Does it feel like you've failed a little bit?
Yeah, because why on earth would I want to do that?
No, that's
money,
true.
just ask for it.
It is a bit of a shame that I have experienced.
But these things happen, don't they?
Yeah, you have to move on, I guess. Okay, last question for you.
Last question, off we go.
What would you want on your tombstone?
Here lies Pete Terry, and he'll be back to get you. An interactive tombstone would be awesome, wouldn't it?
He said the last one. He said the
only get free Wi-Fi for 30 minutes.
Why not? Yeah.
I think that. I think actually that's the way tombstones. I mean, tombstones are probably one of the things that no one's ever tried to modernise, aren't they?
No, that's true. Yeah.
But can you imagine if you had a tombstone where you could press a button and have key moments of your life come back?
I think that could be the future.
At school, we could sell it.
You could do this. This is it, like a niche in the market. I like this idea.
I think obviously, like everything, I mean, if you after one phrase, here lies Pete Terry and he's bloody annoyed.
I like that one. Well, that was the last question. Thank you for coming down, Pete. That's awesome. Okay. Absolutely awesome. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, of course. If you did like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, well, put the thumbs down. That's fine. But also leave us some comments. Let us know what you think. And we will be bringing some more interviews very soon.